Everyone is talking about woke, but what is woke? Republicans act like woke is a contagious disease tearing apart America. But if it were a disease, would they wear a woke mask?
I don't wear a mask for the same reason I don't wear underwear. Things gotta breathe.
So what is woke?
I don't know what the definition of woke so much is.
Here's the deal. If you're a corporation and you're going to act on wokeness, maybe you should know what the F you're talking about. Which brings us to Target. When Trump started attacking companies that were attempting to implement DEI, which is diversity, equity, and inclusion, radical shit, right? Target made a fateful and you could say cowardly decision to end its DEI programs, citing an evolving eternal landscape, whatever the fuck that is. So Target ended their 3-year DEI goals and related initiatives, like the Racial Equity Action and the Change Reach program. Target will also discontinue external diversity-focused surveys and rebrand its supplier diversity team as Supplier Engagement. All right, let's cut through all that Orwellian BS. Target was simply asking people of color if Target was reaching their goals by keeping in stock items that would appeal to them, and also attempted to hire more minorities while not turning white people away. They were a growing company, but were is the key word. We'll get to that in a second. So this asinine move sparked criticism and controversy, with some noting the potential negative impact on Target's reputation and its ability to attract a diverse customer base. There were also calls for boycotts of Target in response to ending something the customers wanted, but maybe not the Trump ass-kissers on Fox.
Woke is racist.
Big woke means equity, diversification, gender, and racial disparities.
This wokeness that's happening at Madison's house and Jefferson's house, where all they do is talk about slavery.
Wokeism is about murdering fun.
You know what woke means? It means you're a loser.
Woke madness now it's drag queens and children and church.
The woke is the new religion of the left.
The new hip woke is to not like the Jews.
What does it mean to be woke? I don't know what the definition of woke so much is.
But what did Target customers have to say? Apparently, they didn't care. How do I know? Target shoppers who were polled didn't even know about the DEI programs until Target pulled them. And when polled afterwards, said it bothered them now because they felt like they were kind of woke. So what is woke? Well, that depends on who you ask. Ask Fox and you get this.
Let me just start with this whole thing about woke. We all know what woke means.
Being woke means never having to say you're sorry.
Woke means never letting anyone say they're sorry.
Here's the problem with understanding woke. It started with a few trans athletes transitioning to female who wanted to play in women's sports. I'm a liberal, and even I thought that was unfair. But then the president of NCAA Sports said that of the 400,000 athletes in the NCAA, there were only 10 trans athletes. 10. But you won't hear Fox say that. And Trump took that opportunity to take advantage of his base's intellectual laziness.
I love the poorly educated.
Trump started making shit up like, your kid will go to school and have his sex changed. I shit you not.
The transgender thing is incredible. Think of it. Your kid goes to school and comes home a few days later with an operation. The school decides what's going to happen with your child. And you know, many of these childs 15 years later say, what the hell happened? Who did this to me?
But at the end of the day, woke is simply giving you the facts. For example, Trump wants to pull all references to slavery out of the Smithsonian.
We want the museums to talk about the history of our country in a fair manner.
The White House setting its sights on American history.
Not in a woke manner.
President Trump continuing his attacks on the Smithsonian, a collection of world-renowned American museums. In a post on his social media platform, the president writing, "The Smithsonian is out of control, where everything discussed is how horrible our country is, how bad slavery was, and how unaccomplished the downtrodden have been. Nothing about success, nothing about brightness, nothing about the future." Those comments sparking a backlash from political opponents.
Who is this guy? Is he a publicist for slavery? Like a lobbyist on behalf of slavery? It doesn't make any sense that he would want to erase one of the ugliest things that's ever happened in America.
This month, the White House launched a review of the museums, investigating their displays, curation process, and narrative standards ahead of the nation's 250th birthday. In a letter to the Smithsonian, the White House writing in part, "By focusing on Americanism, the people, principles, and progress that define our nation, we can work together to renew the Smithsonian's role as the world's leading museum institution." Meanwhile, critics accusing the president of trying to whitewash dark chapters in American history.
If we don't recognize the full history, then we are doomed to repeat it.
And Florida wants to end black history and no longer teach about the Holocaust. They call all that stuff woke. Fox News' Jesse Waters even did a piece on how slavery taught black people some good things.
How black people developed skills during slavery in some instances that could be applied for their own personal benefit.
And then there's a so-called woke-inspired cancel culture. Comedians like Bill Maher feel threatened because they can't say retarded anymore. Well, Maher once compared having Down syndrome kids to having dogs. So fuck you, Maher. And even he can't define it.
How do you define wokeness? Because I hear people use the term all the time, and it means something different to everybody.
Well, again, I think it's this collection of ideas that are not building on liberalism, but very often undoing it. I mean, 5 years ago, Abraham Lincoln was not a controversial figure among liberals. We liked him. Now they take his name off schools and tear down his statues. Really? Lincoln isn't good enough for you? 5-10 years ago, bedrock liberalism was we are striving to be a colorblind society where we don't see race. Of course, we see it, but it doesn't matter. That's not what woke is.
Comedians who feel threatened by woke usually suck because with every audience, there are rules. Is it woke that I can't say fuck on The Tonight Show? You adapt. I don't want to take down statues of Washington, Jefferson, and Lincoln, but we should talk about how they weren't strong enough to stand up to slavery. Sure, some words are offensive, and we should talk about them without throwing stones. But wouldn't it be nice if people had a clue as to what the fuck they were talking about? Take critical race theory. In 2023 and 2024, Fox News said that phrase 4,300 times. But do their listeners even know what it is?
We're trying to get a feel for people where they stand on the issues. Do you believe schools should be teaching critical race theory?
No.
Why not?
I feel like, honestly, it brings about more racism, bringing more issues around that don't need to be.
What is critical race theory for people that don't understand it?
See, I really don't even know. I'm assuming. Can you explain it a little bit to me, honestly?
Yeah. Target's decision follows a trend of other major companies rolling back DEI initiatives, mostly in response to pressure from conservative groups and legal challenges related to DEI policies under Trump. Target's decision also comes after Tiny Finger's executive order to end DEI programs in the federal government. So now Target's CEO is resigning. Code word, he was canned. Why? People said, fuck off, Target. We don't need you anymore. Target is already struggling with declining sales and new costs from the tariffs, and mostly from the backlash over its reversal on DEI policies, a move that is being cheered by those on the left who criticize the company for kneeling before that MAGA bullshit. And it is bullshit. Now, Target was already in some trouble from Walmart, Costco, and Amazon, but so are almost every other retailer. So why, if your business is in trouble, why would you seek to exclude your base customer, people with lower incomes and people of color? Because man titties scared you?
Go fuck yourself.
For Republicans, woke is simple. It comes down to this. They just want to be able to say the N-word. But hey, MAGA, no one's stopping you. You can say whatever you want. You can also get your ass whooped, but hey, as you say, it's a free country.
It's sitting on my desk.
I'm sorry, Mom.
I could be a stupid person.
Goddamn right.
Trump admitted he knew Epstein for 15 years.
Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein?
Do you have no shames?
It's not fair. Are you not entertained?
Jeffrey Epstein?
They don't know what the they're doing.
I don't want to talk about this stuff.
Am I wrong? Yes. TikTok.
You're in a lot of trouble, Donnie.
I think he's crazy.
I'm Chip Franklin.